All right, hello, and welcome to your tutorial on how easy it is to use Canva in your classroom. Canva is a wonderful tool to help your students learn how to be more creative. So, the first thing that we need to do is figure out okay, so what is Canva? So, when you log on, you would just go to canva.com and then you would sign up as usual for this particular thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and sign myself out just to kind of show you. So it's really simple. When you go in, you will want to log in with Google and you would want to choose your school account. And then let's hit next. So that takes me into my Canva educational account. All right, so now that I'm in here, so you may be saying to yourself, okay, so how can I set up a class? Very simple. So what you want to do when you want to set up a class, you are going to go here and you're going to click on this gear icon. Very traditional thing that you want to click on. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the gear icon. Once you get into the gear icon, you then want to go over and you will select, let's see here. We will select billing and teams. All right. And then once you go there, you can go to create new class. And then from there, you would create your new class. So let's just say I'm going to call this tutorial class. Okay. And I create it. I can change the name to this later. So now I have my tutorial class. Mhm. So when you click on tutorial class, you see here you have the designs once your class starts designing. You have folders, you'll have templates you can add, apps, and people. Now, here's probably the most important one that you may want to use with your students. And that would be here if you have Google Classroom. If your school does not have Google Classroom, don't fear, because then you can use the link here to invite your students on over there. Isn't that such like a great tool to have? Yes, I just love being able to import my Google Classroom. So here I can go to import Google Classroom, and since I kind of have like a little mock account already that I made before, so I can go and I would say view the email addresses, class rosters. I'll go ahead and let Canva do all of those wonderful things. Okay. So here we have this student. So I'm going to go ahead and import my mock classroom. And then voila, I have the one student and I can send those invitations out. Now, we have that done. So, again, it's very simple. If you have your Google Classroom, you can import it. If you don't have Google Classroom, again, remember the next easiest thing to do would be get yourself an invite link and you can copy that link and you can send that over to your students. Very easy and simple task to do here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and keep this moving here. So now that we got our class set up, we've invited our students. Now we want to go and show our students what are the wonderful things that they would be able to do here. So I'm going to go here to my home button. And where I always start at with my students are templates. And I ask them, I say, okay, what is it that you want to create? Most of our students, as you know, they're pretty social media savvy. So they may find some very interesting templates here in Instagram posts. So let's say I want my students to create some type of story or something like that. Let's say, since it's a science class, we want to educate the world on Earth Day. So I'm like, okay, students, you can peruse through all of these wonderful templates that you can use. So let's just say, I really like this template. Now, one thing what the students do get once they are signed up through your classroom, they have access to all of the templates. Even though this template says free, they will have access to all of the templates here. So then I would have my students to customize the template. Okay. So here, let's say I don't want it to say be kind to the planet. Let's just say I want to change this to high school project or something like that. Let's just say that I want this one to say high school. Okay, so now I have high school and I want this one to say project. Okay, so I'm able to do that here. Mhm. And let's say that I want to insert some images. Really simple. All I have to do is go to uploads and I'm going to choose upload media. And let's just say I have some pictures. Um, I want to throw in my Bitmoji. I want this one because it just looks like it'll be really nice. So the images will go here. Okay, so nice, cute little image there for us. So that's pretty darn easy. I love that feature. So then I just have to easily drag it on in. So let's say I want to replace it. Like, voila, high school project, here I am. Okay, and the kids, it's so many things they can do. Let's say, hey, I don't like this background. I want the background to be blue. I can change it on over to like this bluish purplish color if that's what I wanted to do. So it's plenty of things that you can actually, do with this. Let's just say, I want to add another text onto here. Let's say I like this font. I might want to add that on and I can easily do that. So it's a plenty of things that students can do where they can play around with the different fonts. They can scroll through and they can see all of the things that they want. And then like I can customize it. So if I don't want it to say hello, I want it to say, let's say Gillum. Um, you can have it to do those things. So I'm just gonna move it a little bit here. Okay. And let's move it there. Let's say I want, and then if I want to move the darling down, I can, or either I can move the Gillum up, something like that. So what if I wanted darling Gillum? Let's say I want to put it here because I think it would look a little bit better there. I can easily do these things. So it's a really easy tool. And then once the student is finished, all they have to do, what I always tell my students to do is download it first so that it can save it to their drive and they can choose if they want it to be a PNG, a JPEG, whatever they want it to be. They can even make this into a GIF if they wanted to. Okay, usually I choose PNG, then you would just go ahead and download it. But just for the sake of this, I'm not going to download it. But once they're done, they can share it to the class. So here, I'm just going to type, let's see, CC. Okay. And I get to send it. And I can send a message here like, hey, Miss Gillum, can you please review my design? And it's done. And you hit send, and now the design has been sent to me. And that design is going to go straight into my inbox. So now you see just how easy it is to do this. And then, like I said, once you're done with it, um, you can go back home. You can go back and look at all kind of templates. Like this is a very good site for students to use. They can go and they can make business cards. The sky is the limit here. This is a very creative um, app here. Obviously, they wouldn't want to buy them, but they want to make all these things themselves. They can build websites. It's so many things that they can do with this app here. All right, so happy learning. If you need anything, remember you can email me, you can call me over to your classroom, and I will come in and I will help you as best I can. All right, so thank you and goodbye.